Alright, budget magic time, ever after Reanimator. And we got an Atarka and some ramp pieces, which will be turned on by Gather the Pack. Seems reasonable. Start with the tap land, pass the turn. Double Corrupted Graphstone. So next turn we can Graphstone. What is our opponent on? Well, let's just Land and War Waste and Corrupted Graphstone. Anticipate. Is this a blue-white control deck? Not sure how blue-white control would be for us. In theory, next turn we can gather the pack into another Corrupted Graphstone, and then be set up to Atarka pretty early. Plains, Forest. Alright, let's gather the pack. We whiff. Yep. Alright, well, let's play another Land and War Waste and another Corrupted Graphstone. Pass the turn. So, not next turn, but the following turn, we can cast Atarka if we want to. Just ramping into Atarka isn't really the plan, but if this is blue-white control, this might be a hard matchup. Is this Narset? Yup. This is definitely blue-white control. Pumps it up, does not reveal. Oh. Man, another land, alright. Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. We have just flooded out like crazy. And now our opponent's going to be able to leave counters up, most likely, which is going to be a problem. Yep, that's a scatter to the winds. Not feeling too good about where we're at. Crack Evolving Wilds. Get a Swamp. Alright, let's play Foul Orchard, pass the turn. And then hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn we can Duress plus Dragonlord Atarka in the same turn. Which, if our opponent doesn't have double counters, might be enough. Seems like things get slightly better after sideboarding, but still not sure if they're great. Blue-white control isn't really a heavily played deck in Standard. Alright, let's Duress. Hope our opponent has one counter, and then we can take it, and we can Dragonlord Atarka, knock that Narset down a ways. Oh, they're just going to counter this? Scatter with Awaken. Well, that works. So now we do get Atarka, so we just Mountain and Dragonlord Atarka, kill the land, ping the Narset. So 3 and 2 to Narset. That kind of worked out pretty well. I'm surprised our opponent scattered the Duress. Another land. Now they got to kill the Dragonlord Atarka, or it can take down the Narset. Pumps up Narset. If they kill it, I hope they kill it with Declaration and Stone, so at least we can draw a card. We have so much mana that drawing a card would be helpful. Alright, Planar Outburst isn't the greatest. At least we can Tormenting Voice and hopefully hit something. So let's Tormenting Voice, pitch a Forest. Well, that's not bad. Hasty Dragonlord Kolaghan. And we are just going to smash into Narset here. Get Narset down to 2. And now we're kind of in a decent place. We have a Mind Rack Demon and a Tormenting Voice. And we're pretty close to killing Narset. And our opponent revealed an island, so they have at least one more land in hand. Wow, comparative analysis to draw 2. Whoo! Alright. Does this mean we get to kill Narset? Did our opponent not even plus Narset? Alright, let's just kill Narset. Ugh, Emulating Glare. I guess I should have played Mind Rack Demon with a haste. I wasn't really expecting Emulating Glare, though. Mill some cards. Vessel. And pass the turn. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. Should have played the hasty Mind Rack there. Narset ticks up. Whiffs. Thing in the ice. And our opponent's going to pass. Alright, let's crack this vessel. Get a Dragonlord Kolaghan. Attack the Narset. Narset down. Actually, let's not Kolaghan. Let's just pass. Leave up the grasp. See if we can get our opponent to tap out. We already have a good threat. We can grasp Thing in the Ice at end of turn. Another Narset, sure. Alright, let's just kill the Thing in the Ice. Opponent hits. And anticipate. And passes. Alright, let's attack our opponent. Let's attack Narset. Opponent takes the hit. We will Tormenting Voice, pitching Cinder Barons. Yeah, let's Tormenting Voice, pitching Foul Orchard. And then just Mind Rack Demon again. So our opponent going to try to counter Mind Rack. Looks like. Ojutai's Command. Alright. Draws a card, counters Mind Rack. I think we're still in pretty good shape. Drawing Ever After was pretty sweet. We know our opponent has an Anticipate. Wonder if they just cash in our set? No, they're going to pump it up. Gets a Declaration in Stone. Thing in the Ice. So Thing in the Ice, Declaration in Stone, Anticipate are what's in our opponent's hand. There's the Declaration in Stone. Well, they're still going to need a lot of counters for this to work out for them. Because we get to slam Dragonlord Kolaghan. Yeah, so let's Dragonlord Kolaghan. Gonna anticipate, try to find a counterspell. We just want to get rid of this Narset because it's pretty obnoxious. Did they find a counter? They found a counter, and Thing in the Ice is down to 2. Alright, Evolving Wilds pass the turn. What our opponent doesn't know is we still have an Ever After in hand. So they need to have yet another counter to not get the combo. Kolaghan and Dragonlord Kolaghan next turn. They could have one. Pumps up Narset. Come on, no counter. Oh, they hit a Void Shatter? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. They're going to disperse a Corrupted Graftstone. Get an Awoken Horror. Well, the problem here is that we know they randomly hit another counterspell, which is pretty bad. We draw land. Alright, let's crack our clue. Oh my god. I mean, I guess we just Ever After. What else can we really do? We know they have a counter. The counter's not going to go away. At least this opens us up to drawing another Ever After for next turn. Oh yeah, that was fortunate of our opponent. We kind of ran them down to nothing, and then they happened to hit another counterspell. Emulating Glare. So that is a removal spell. We're probably just going to die to this Awoken Horror, unfortunately. Man, I feel like we kind of ran below average. Or our opponent ran above average, one or the other. Little frustrating. Well, what do we have in the sideboard? Transgress, Duress, Read the Bones, and Green Warden. Going down Radiant Flames, going down Languish. Going down Grasp of Darkness. And I guess Corrupted Graphstone and Corrupted Graphstone. Be a little more resilient, have some actual disruption for our opponent. Getting 4 more discard spells should be pretty beneficial. Jeez. Alright, not a great hand, but it's somewhat doable. Cinder Barons go. If we draw an untapped land and can play Mind Rack Demon on time, that would be helpful. Port Town. That's a land. Alright, so let's duress our opponent. Jace, Comparative Analysis, Double Anticipate. I guess we just take Jace. And then play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. So they don't have an answer in hand to what we got going on. Alright, let's get a Forest. Corrupted Graphstone. Foul Orchard, pass the turn. So we have Mind Rack Demon next turn, possibly setting up a big Reanimate the following turn. So our opponent going to have to anticipate for a land drop? Or do they just play Thing in the Ice? They just play Thing in the Ice. Alright. Did they draw a land? Oh, they did draw a land. Well, that's helpful for our opponent. Is it good enough? Not sure. Tormenting Voice isn't bad. Yeah, let's just play the Mountain and Mind Rack Demon. See if we can mill some sweetness. Well, I got an Atarka. It's not the worst. Pass the turn. We don't have enough card types yet. What are we missing? Creature, Sorcery, Land. And maybe we need more instants in this deck. Anticipate, gets the counter off the Thing in the Ice. So if we get a land, we get an Atarka. Otherwise, we're probably Tormenting Voice, pitching Atarka, I guess. Atarka off Ever After, that is. Did our opponent find a land? Wow, no land. Do we get a land? Vessel. Alright, let's lead on Tormenting Voice, pitching Dragonlord Atarka. Get in with our Mind Rack Demon. Play Vessel, crack Vessel, so in case we hit a tap land, like Cinder Barons. Play Cinder Barons, pass the turn. So next turn we're set up for double Atarka Reanimate. Not that 2 is significantly better than 1. Also just Green Warden. So our opponent anticipates, which means we should be good to go. I guess Clash of Wills X1 or Negate would be the things that copy Ever After. But I'm not even sure if they want Negate in this matchup. And we have the additional card type for Mind Rack now, which helps. Alright, what do we get here? A land. Alright, so Clash of Wills doesn't do it. In that case, let's just attack with Mind Rack Demon. Our opponent's going to kill it? Oh, Lord. Well, alright, change of plans. They kill our Mind Rack, which is fine. So, in that case, we'll just play Llanowar Waste, Ever After, Mind Rack, and Atarka. And that should be pretty good. Is our opponent going to scoop it up? We kill the Thing in the Ice, get 12 power of flyers. Alright, so Mind Rack mills, Atarka kills Thing in the Ice. And we pass the turn. Now they got to deal with a super fast clock, and we got Green Warden to back it up. We can actually get back our Ever After if we needed to. Duress might just be better. Alright, our opponent's going to pass. Well, Vessel. Alright, let's just attack with both. They have another removal spell. Another Emulating Glare. Alright, opponent takes 4. Oh, they're going to kill that too. Disperse. Sure. Well, let's get back Duress, I believe. Yep. and then just dress our opponent. Comparative analysis, anticipate thing in the ice. I think we just take anticipate. I don't know if they can afford to spend their entire turn on comparative analysis. Alright, so they can play a Hidden Dragon Slayer and flip it up to kill Green Warden. Their problem is that uses all their mana and means we can just get back an Ever After, get back a Dragonlord Atarka. Alright, they go with Thing in the Ice. I guess Thing in the Ice comparative analysis is their plan. Oh, they just play 2 creatures. Alright. That's acceptable. So we get to... maybe I should have gathered the pack first. Probably should have. Green Warden. Attack. Gather the pack, because we could have hit Dragonlord Kolaghan and attacked with haste. Well, we didn't. Well, Mountain, Mine Rack Demon. Vessel, and pass the turn. Still haven't found a Kolaghan. So our opponent has comparative analysis and a face-down Hidden Dragon Slayer and whatever they draw off comparative analysis. Alright, they flip up Hidden Dragon Slayer. Kill the Mind Rack. Sure. Attack for 3. Well, we drew Dragonlord Atarka. That was a good draw. Dragonlord Atarka. Kill the Hidden Dragon Slayer. Get in with Green Warden. And we're getting our opponent pretty close to the chumping with Thing in the Ice point in the game. This could be another one where time becomes an issue. Opponent's under 10 minutes. We're at 16. And their deck doesn't seem to be able to win fast. Opponent is going to pass. Well, let's gather the pack. Dragonlord Kolaghan, Dragonlord Kolaghan. Play a Dragonlord Kolaghan. And our opponent scoops it up. Ooh, alright. Well, that was good. All our sideboard hate was definitely helpful. How much does Thing in the Ice matter? Do we want to leave in removal specifically for Thing in the Ice? Like Rending Valley? That seems to be their only creature. If they flip it, we are going to have a hard time dealing with it. Alright, maybe we go down Graphstones altogether. Sounds a little risky, but I think it's necessary to bring in the Rending Valleys, just to make sure, especially on the draw, that we don't lose to Thing in the Ice. So if they just played on turn 2 and cantrip, we could just lose from that. Alright, a bit land heavy, but I guess we can try to set up Read the Bones into Mine Rack Demon. So Orchard, go. Do they have the Thing in the Ice on turn 2? No. Alright, let's Vessel. Valving Wilds, pass the turn. So we definitely want Duresses in this matchup. Draw as many Duresses as possible. Opponent's going to pass. We're going to get a Swamp. Alright, crack a Valving Wilds. Get a Swamp. Interesting. Let's Duress and see what happens. Actually, maybe we play a land first. Let's play an untap land Duress. to play around Clash of Wills. Yeah, let's just dress. Try to get a Narset, potentially, would be the thing they could play next turn. That would be annoying. Narset was a big problem in the last game, or in the first game. Just because it drew a ton of cards. Well, lets it go. Clash, Disperse, Emulating Glare, Stasis Snare, Void Shatter. Let's just take Void Shatter. It's the only actual hard counter. Our opponent has a ton of removal. That is very true. But we can try to play around the Clash, especially since they don't have a land. Makes it a little easier. They hit like an Anticipate or something. Alright, they're just going to pass. We're going to crack the Vessel. They had Glare, Clash, Disperse. Alright. I think we just take the Green Warden here. We have enough of everything else. Yeah, let's play Cinder Barons, pass the turn. Next turn, we can try to read the bones if they don't hit a land drop or if they tap out. They did draw Anticipate by the looks. I'm sure they're digging for lands. So we still essentially know their hand. They only have one counter. And our hand is looking pretty solid. Did they get a land? Wow, they didn't? Jeez. Okay. Another Mind Rack? Alright, let's Forest. And let's just read the bones here, since that plays around Clash. I guess we take both. Another Read the Bones is good. Swamp is good. Because Swamp, if they don't hit a land, lets us Mind Rack Demon playing around Clash next turn. I mean, they can start killing our stuff, but... Well, let's see what our opponent discards. They might not be playing enough lands in their blue-white control deck. Not that I can say much, because people say that about me. Ooh. Alright, let's just land and Mind Rack Demon. Playing around Clash again. They can start killing it. They can Stasis Snare it or something. Mind Rack Demon resolves. We mill some cards. Got our fourth card type. Yeah, let's just pass. We milled both Rending Volleys. Is this Stasis Snare Mind Rack? Yup. So they're down to 2 Glares and a Disperse that we know about. Or no, they discard Disperse. 2 Glares and a Clash. There's the fourth land. Alright, let's lead on Duress. Clash, jeez. Alright, so Clash, Emulating Glare, Jace, Scatter to the Winds, Void Shatter. Well, I guess we take Jace. Clash, Scatter, Shatter, Glare is their hand. And then we might as well read the bones. We gotta start getting counters out of their hand at some point. If they want to clash this, that's fine. Oh, they go with Scatter. Okay. Let's Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. And then I guess we just go back to playing Mind Rack Demons. Opponent has another unknown. Apparently not a land. I think our deck is threatening enough that they don't feel safe tapping out, like ever. Get a mountain. Ooh, Gather the Pack. Well, let's just Mind Rack Demon. See if this draws out the counter. They can't clash it. They would have to shatter it. They let it go. Mill some cards. Nothing too exciting. Play the land. I think we just pass. I don't know if I want to trade Gather the Pack for a Clash. I'll trade it for Shatter. That's fine. And they're going to probably start killing our Mind Rack Demon with Emulating Glares. Alright, we got enough card types. We don't lose any life. Ooh, that's an Atarka. Well, let's attack. If our opponent Emulating Glares, then we can try to Green Warden, get back Duress. Being on only 4 lands makes it really hard for our opponent. Oh, they drew a Surge of Righteousness. Alright. Let's Green Warden. Get back a Duress. Good old 7 mana Duress. Duress our opponent. Man, they drew more counters. Clash. Scatter. Glare. Glare. I think we just take the Void Shatter. Pass the turn. Alright, they drew a land. Comes into play tapped. Think we're in good shape here. Long drawn out match, but... Alright, get in with Green Warden. If they kill it, that's fine. We can get back probably another Duress. Just keep Duressing. Alright, they're not going to kill it. Which means we're going to gather the pack. Get a Mind Rack Demon. Mill a bunch of stuff. Play Land and War Waste. Play Mind Rack Demon. Still playing around the Clash. So they have to use a real counter if they want to counter it. And Green Warden actually gives us some Wrath protection. If they draw Planar Outburst. Are they really just going to Clash here? We pay for Clash. Maybe they just want to mana tie this because they figure it's not getting any better. Oh, yeah, I've been able to play around Clash pretty well. Alright, pass the turn. What do we mill now? 1 Ever After is down. We still have a bunch of Ever Afters left, which is helpful. So now I think we attack with both. If they kill Mind Rack, then we get to Dragonlord Atarka. Ooh, that's an Ever After, too. Jeez, well, we're going to get to the point where if we ever get to resolve that, we just win. Are they just going to take it? Alright, the Emulating Glare, kill Mind Rack. That's fine. Take 5. Then we get to Dragonlord Atarka, kill the thing in the ice. And I think we're in good shape. Aided by our opponent's light land draw, we are able to navigate around all their counterspells. Stasis Snare, sure. Oh, that seems desperate, though. Do we have a Dragonlord Kolaghan? We do. Alright, this should be lethal. So Ever After on Kolaghan and Mind Rack Demon. And unless they drew a negate, this should very likely do it. Mill some more. We've milled almost our entire library. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, so far so good for Ever After.